The high cost of success, why work-life balance is essential for lasting happiness. Welcome to the podcast. Discover how focusing on career success can lead to personal failure. Learn the importance of work-life balance to ensure happiness at home and at work. Mr. John, a dedicated professional who is highly focused on his career. With long hours at the office, he earns recognition and promotions year after year. His colleagues admire his hard work, and his boss can't seem to get enough of his dedication. But as his success in the office grows, so does the tension at home. His wife and children are increasingly frustrated with his neglect of family time. Despite achieving professional milestones, Mr. John faces a troubling reality: his work has become his life, and it is costing him his family's happiness. This story highlights a common struggle that many professionals face: the tension between work and home life. Achieving success at work is important, but not at the expense of your family. In this podcast, we'll explore the importance of maintaining a work-life balance and how neglecting one aspect of life can ultimately affect your happiness and productivity. The dream job. Mr. John was always the one to stay late at the office. His phone would buzz with work emails late into the night, and he would reply without hesitation. He was dedicated to his job, always putting in the extra hours. His boss praised him for his commitment, and soon, he found himself promoted multiple times. Every achievement added to his sense of pride and satisfaction. But while he celebrated his success at work, something started to change at home. The strain on family. At home, the atmosphere was different. His wife, Sarah, and their two children, Emily and James, were becoming increasingly frustrated with the absence of their father. Sarah would often say, "You're always at work, John. We never spend time together anymore." Emily and James, once eager to see their father, began to feel distant. They would watch their friends enjoy family dinners, vacations, and simple weekend activities, while their own father was too busy to join them. As time passed, John began to realize that his work success wasn't bringing him the joy he thought it would. Sure, he had promotions and accolades, but what he had lost was irreplaceable. The warmth of family connection, the shared laughter over dinner, and the simple pleasure of family outings were all things he could no longer take for granted. The wake-up call. One evening, after yet another late night at work, John received a call from Sarah. It wasn't the usual housework conversation. This time, her voice was filled with frustration. "John, we need you here," she said. "You're not just missing out on our lives, you're missing out on yours too." Those words hit John hard. He realized that while he had been climbing the corporate ladder, his family had quietly been slipping away. The promotions at work felt hollow now. He had achieved success at work, but at the expense of everything else that truly mattered. Finding balance. Determined to make things right, John began to reassess his priorities. He made the conscious decision to schedule family time just as he would any important meeting or deadline at work. Family outings, weekend getaways, and regular dinner times became a non-negotiable part of his life. John soon realized that a balanced life, one that nurtures both his career and his personal relationships, was the key to true happiness. By reclaiming time for his family, he found a renewed sense of motivation and energy at work. His productivity improved, but more importantly, he rediscovered what truly mattered: the happiness of his loved ones. The key takeaways. The story of John serves as a reminder that while professional success is important, it should not come at the expense of personal relationships. Maintaining a work-life balance isn't just a luxury, it's essential for long-term happiness and success, both in and outside of the workplace. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to become consumed by work. However, the best employees are not those who sacrifice their personal lives for the sake of the office. The most successful people are those who find a balance, who can give their best to both their work and their families. As we reflect on Mr. John's journey, It's clear that the path to lasting happiness and success involves more than just climbing the career ladder. It's about nurturing the relationships that truly matter and ensuring that personal well-being remains a top priority. Work-life balance is not just a catchy phrase, it's a necessity for leading a fulfilling life. For anyone who feels like they're on the verge of burnout or losing touch with their loved ones, take a moment to pause and reflect. Ask yourself, what does true success look like? Is it just about promotions and awards, or is it about the people who matter most? Let's embrace the work-life balance and build lives that we can be proud of, both at home and in the workplace. We hope Mr. John's story has resonated with you. If you're struggling to find balance between work and home life, it's time to make a change. Share this podcast with someone who might need this reminder, and don't forget to subscribe for more inspiring stories on how to achieve success in all areas of life. Comment below with your own experiences of finding balance and share your tips. Disclaimer: the story presented here is a fictional narrative created for illustrative purposes. Any resemblance to real persons, living or dead, or actual events is purely coincidental. The content is intended for educational and entertainment purposes only. The views, opinions, and scenarios portrayed in the story do not necessarily reflect the actual experiences or perspectives of any individual or organization. Please consider professional advice before making decisions regarding work-life balance or career management.